YouTube, what is cracking? It's your boy Connor Garrity, up here before 12 on a Saturday. That's a miracle. That's a miracle. You're tuning into the G Money 041 show channel, whatever you want to call it. If you see me getting distracted, it's because I have an anime actually playing right now. One of my favorites, Redline, and that's what's bringing me here. I said in one of my previous anime stuff that I was going to do a video on my favorite, or what I think are the best gateway animes, shows that will get you into anime and to get you to like anime. So let's get it cracking. Let's start out right now. We'll talk about the big three: Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. What more can you say? Those are the three that I think bring the most people into the fold when you talk about anime. I think those are the ones that people like. They love to see, and those are the ones who in which people like get hooked on anime. Let's start out talking about Naruto. I hate Naruto personally. I think it's a bad show. I think the main character is detestable, and I just don't like him as a main character. I know a lot of people like Naruto. It's just not for me personally, but I've only watched about 10 episodes, so I'm not going to comment. I can't really comment on the show. Again, I don't like the show. Yeah, I'm wearing glasses, by the way. I'm getting my nerd on right now. But anyway, so I'm not going to comment on that one. I'll get into Bleach right now. Let's get into number 2 of the big three, Bleach, which just ended its anime completely. They're probably going to do a movie or multiple more movies just because they're going to make a gajillion dollars off of them. But Bleach was I would say that's the first real anime that really hooked me. It's a great anime, great. The opening arc is great, and an arc, for those of you who don't know, is like the first storyline. The first two and the Soul Reaper arc is the best. I think it might be one of the best arcs ever in anime. It's a great way to start. Basic story about Bleach is a guy by the name of Ichigo Kurosaki is a normal high school teen who can see ghosts. One day, a Soul Reaper busts into his house, aka a Shinigami, which literally means in Japanese death god. Shinigami, death god. That's how you can break up Japanese words. They're usually broken up by syllable. Anyway, Soul Reaper comes into his house named Rukia. She's being attacked by a monster called a Hollow. She can't defend herself, and so she transfers her powers to Ichigo, and Ichigo becomes a Soul Reaper, and stuff and shit happens from there. It's a good show. The opening arc will probably get you hooked. You meet a bunch of different characters along the way. It's got some decent animation, so yeah. Number 3, One Piece. Another one of my favorite animes of all time. Great show, great show. I've stopped watching it. It's just too tough to keep up. Both Bleach and One Piece and Naruto have over 400 episodes. One Piece, I think, is almost on 600 episodes and still going. So, I mean, like, you can imagine trying to keep up with that on a weekly basis. It's impossible. But I'll just talk right now about One Piece a little bit. So, basically, story of One Piece, main character is a guy by the name of Monkey D. Luffy, or Rufy if you're a freaking idiotic American who... I'm not even going to get into 4Kids. I'll probably do a rant on 4Kids, which is a studio here in America that made these animes for kids. So they take all the blood or the cigarettes or anything or guns and make them water guns. It's really stupid. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And they make all the names like from Luffy to Rufy. His name's Monkey D. Luffy. But anyway, I'm going to skip past that. God, Redline is such a good anime. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, basic story again. Monkey D. Luffy is a pirate. He assembles his crew, and they're going after a treasure called the One Piece. Everybody is going after the One Piece. It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean on steroids with superpowers. That's a good way to put it. I've never heard anybody put it like that, but I think that's the basic description. He assembles his crew. So you got Luffy, Roronoa, Zoro, Nami, Devil Kick Sanji, um, You got Chopper, Brock, and you've got Frankie and Nico Robin. So you got all of them. Those are the main cast, and you meet all of them along the way. I'm not sure if you even meet Brock until like the 300s or 400s in the episodes. It's ridiculous how long that series is, man. Just so ridiculous. It's so long. And I'm trying to think of any other shonen shows. Those are what you consider shonen. That's usually for like teens. That's the most popular genre of anime show. I would say. I think it's actually undeniably the most popular. You got Shonen Jump, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Over in Japan, I've heard they're not like there is no real big three. Everyone kind of splits their allegiance between a bunch of different shows. But anyway, it's fun. They're fun shows except Naruto, which I hate. But you might like it. Again, to each their own. It's like sneakers. I might not like a sneaker. You might like a certain sneaker. To each their own. You like what you like. You hate what you hate. Don't hate on. Don't hate on people who like what you hate. You know what? Everyone's got their own tastes and preferences, so just leave it at that, man. Gurren Lagann, I would consider that a shonen. Basic story of that one: a guy named Kamina and a kid named Simone want to get up to the upper world. They're living below ground, but from what they're told, there is no real upper world. If they go to the upper world, they'll immediately die. A few minutes later, a giant robot face gets broken through the ceiling or their ceiling of their underground thing. So he breaks through from the outside world with a scantily clad woman named Yoko. This is the most one of the. This is an anime premise that can only exist in anime. You can never do this in real TV or in a live action. But anyway. Big-chested, scantily clad woman with a plasma sniper rifle falls through trying to kill said robot. They find a mini robot head. They get in it, kill said robot, somehow jump up to the outer surface of the Earth now, and then basically try and save humanity. It's a great ride. It's got some great comedy. Got some great action scene. Got some great robot fighting action scenes. And it's also got, I think, got a great soundtrack. 26 episodes long, too, so, it's not too long. It's a full season is what you would call it. So it's not terribly long. I think it's a very addicting show. It's one of those shows that you can watch in marathon. I think it's a great show overall. Again, I mentioned Kamina, the most swagged out characters list. He's a badass. I think he's one of the greatest characters of all time, hands down. One of the greatest characters of all time. I'm not going to try and delve into spoilers, but he leaves his mark on the show. He's got great one-liners, very quotable character. So great character. And God, Redline is it has the best soundtrack of any anime movie. Go watch Redline. Watch it. If you never watched an anime, that might not be the anime for you. I'll get into movies in this list also, but Redline, if you've seen some anime, go watch Redline. It's a beast, man. It is a freaking beast of an anime movie. Let's think. Shonen shows. I'm trying to think. Is there anyone? Reborn. There's a show called Reborn. It's okay. I liked it. Many people consider it a good anime, but I haven't heard a ton of news about it. I think the story's continuing on, so I'm just waiting for them to announce when the new season is coming out of it. Let me go online right now to AnimeNewsNetwork.com. AnimeNewsNetwork.com is a great website. Is a great website to go on and look. What? Did I just see that? Hold up a minute. Give me a second, guys. I thought I just saw something that... Wow. They're doing a Don Quixote manga adaptation. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm just typing in what the most popular anime according to Anime News Network. Full Metal How can I be an idiot and forget Full Metal Alchemist, man? How could I forget Full Metal Alchemist, especially Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? I think that one's better. It stays closer to the manga. It's pretty. It's got it's got violence. It's got action. It's got romance. It's got drama. It's got sci-fi elements in it. It's a great show. Basic premise: Edward Elric and his brother Alphonse Elric are on a quest to find the Philosopher's Stone and recover their bodies. Al is a human soul that's connected to a suit of armor. Ed lost his arm and his leg trying to save his brother. They were trying to bring back their mother, and something went wrong. Because you can't bring back a human to life using... There's a thing called alchemy in the anime. It was a real thing, turning gold. So turning lead into gold and all that stuff. In this, like a parallel universe to ours, it's an actual thing. It's a good anime. You can watch it in dub. Any of these you can watch in dub, by the way. I would say Gurren Lagann I like more in Japanese than the dub. I tend to go towards the Japanese and watch it in subtitles, but that's just me. Some animes I prefer to watch in dub. Fullmetal Alchemist, watch in dub. I think you'll enjoy it more. It's a great gateway anime. I think anybody should watch it. Death Note. I was told when I watched Death Note, only watch the first half of the show. I suggest you do too. Basic premise of that one: guy named Light gets a book called the Death Note. You write your name. If he writes your name and thinks of your face in it, you die from cardiac arrest in basically 5 seconds. It was given to him by another Shinigami, a more stylized demon-like one, not human-like. Which is the difference between that and Bleach. Very psychological anime, very psychological. First half is one of the greatest first halves to any anime ever. Second half was total crap. But anyway, watch the first half. Do what I did. I tried to watch a little bit of the second half not too long ago just to see what it was like. It's terrible. Don't do it. I'm trying to see what would be some good ones. Code Geass. It's so psychological and it's one of the greatest animes of all time in my opinion. I wouldn't watch it to start off, so I'm not going to include it in this list. Rurouni Kenshin, of course, great anime classic. If you're from my generation, you've probably watched Rurouni Kenshin, aka RK. You've probably also watched Yu Yu Hakusho, DBZ, great animes. I just had to wait for that part in Redline. The Red Line director, he literally has a African American woman in a song when they're doing their chorus part go, directed by Takeshi Koike. It's like, who does that? He has like a soul singer's like with like a techno beat, and they're singing Red Line, and he's like, directed by Takeshi Koike. Who has the balls to do that other than this guy? Beast. This anime movie beast. Watch it if you've seen anime. I know I'm getting sidetracked. ADD. I don't care. We do what I want. And you guys are tuning in apparently, so that's great. It makes me feel awesome that I see people actually viewing it. Back into the list. Inuyasha, another one of those old school. Those are the big three, I would say. The big four, the old school. Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, DBZ, and Inuyasha. You can watch those. They're pretty good. Full Metal Panic, I think that's an okay one. I would watch maybe one before I watch it. It's a great show. A lot of comedy, romance, action. Pretty good graphics. I think R2 is better than R1. I think Famofu is hilarious. Famofu is just actually like a side plot to it. Trying to see. Yeah, I would say those are the best of the like shonen type animes. Those are probably the ones that I would say watch first. One of those to get you hooked onto anime. So yeah, for all the ladies out there, for all y'all ladies, I'm going to talk about a couple shoujo, which is like the opposite of shonen. It's for teen girls. First one, Ouran High School Host Club. Not afraid to admit, one of my favorite animes of all time. I think it is a great show. Yeah, is it possibly the gayest, most girly anime out there? Sure. Does that take away from it being a great show? No. It's a genuinely great show. Basic plot: girl named Haruhi goes to a new school. She kind of looks like a guy though, because her hair's been all cut off, and she looks dorky, and she's really flat chested. Not to say anything, but that's how they portray her in the show. Um, so basically, she goes to the new school. It's a super elite, super rich person school. Like nobody in there is, everyone in there, it seems like, is Bill Gates rich. And she's like maybe lower middle class, lower. I would say lower middle class because she doesn't live in super poverty, but she's compared to them, she's like dirt poor. I mean, yeah, and she's on scholarship there because she's really smart and works hard. So she goes there and she gets unwillingly has to join the host club, which is a club full of handsome boys, which basically flirt with girls for money. They're all students there, but they flirt with girls for money. And yeah, it's what you call a reverse harem. A harem is where there's one guy and many girls seeking after him. It's one girl with many guys seeking after her. So yeah, I still think it's a good show. The way they made it, it was Studio Bones. They were like at one point the top studio making crap. Great show, great show, great show. I would watch it. Guys out there, give it a try, man. Just give it a try. It's a good show. It is. It really is a good show. Fruits Basket. I've only seen a few episodes of that. I didn't really get into it, but I think it is a good show. Nonetheless, I've probably seen the whole series now. I had to take a break from it because I really didn't get into it, and then I watched it. I've watched a few episodes over time. I think I've finally reached the end. It's a pretty good show. Basically, the story: girl gets picked up, girl mother's dead. Always, it's in every like shoujo anime. Like the parents are dead or gone. It's very depressing. Shoujo, why is that? I mean, come on, man. Do you really have to kill off every parent in like the anime? But anyway, get back into it. Fruits Basket, girl's mother's dead, has no father, basically. She's living on the side of the road in a tent. She gets picked up by this family, and the family is, if you get hugged by a member of the opposite sex, they turn into an animal, and all their animals are based off of the Chinese zodiac. The other main character is a guy. He's based off of the cat, which got tricked by the rat. I think they're also all immortals too. So yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty good show, I guess. For girls, maybe I think a girl would like it more than a guy, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me look down this list, see what other ones. Clanad, I would watch that a little bit later. It's the most depressing anime of all time. Clanad After Story especially. I cried like a baby in that at the end of that show. That show was so effing depressing. Oh my god, it was just so depressing. I don't want to ruin the show for anybody, so I'm not going to say it. Oh, how can I forget? I'm going to go back to Shonen right now. Soul Eater. Basic premise of that, you have Shinigami's, aka Shinigami's Grim Reapers, and they're hunting demon souls. And yeah, it's a pretty good action series. 50 episodes long. I forgot to mention Oron's 26. The other one. And then I mentioned Fruits Basket 26. So yeah, I think those are both pretty good animes to get into for girls. And let me just take a little look at this list. Sorry for this. Again, I'm doing this off the top of my head. So what I see is what I see. What I do is what I do. I mean. I'll get into a couple movies right now. Biggest ones to get into immediately, of course, are the Hayao Miyazaki films, Nazca Valley of the Wind, Spirited Away, Princess Momonoke, which is the best one by far. It's the more violent anime, Howl's Moving Castle. Any of those, watch them. I think they're all PG except for I think that Princess Momonoke is PG-13. I know it's PG-13 because there is a beheading at one point in it with an arrow, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, watch it. It's a really good film. It's very well made, very beautiful, very beautiful. I'll go into some seinen stuff. Seinen is for adult guys. Josei is for adult women, which basically means it's borderline porn. Seinen can also be borderline porn, aka associating with like a show like Golden Boy, but Golden Boy is not a show that you should watch for your first anime. You're gonna be like, what in the hell is this crap? But don't watch that one to start off. First one we're getting into, of course, Cowboy Bebop. Best anime ever-ish to some. I would say it's probably it's in my top 5 at least. Top 5. I'll probably do a top 5 list, but I have to actually think about what's in my top 5. Bebop, of course, story of a bounty hunter named Spike. Faye, Radical Edward, Jet Black, and their dog Ein, who's a Welsh Corgi, and I'm going to buy myself a Welsh Corgi and name it Ein one day, just because Ein is the most badass dog ever. Basically, it's their adventures through space, trying to capture bounties. It's a great show. It's got everything you want: action, drama, got some romance, got everything. The plot's kind of non-linear. By that I mean you can kind of jump in and out of any episode that you want and it'll make sense. There's not a lot of back and forwards like 2-part episodes. There's a 5-episode storyline, but they take place all throughout the series, so it's broken up into 5 parts throughout the series. So it's a great show. I would say that's the biggest gateway anime for anybody who watches anime. I'd say that is up there with the big 3 in terms of breaking people into anime and getting them to watch it. I suggest everybody watches that show. It is a great show because it has all these different types of genres. You got westerns, blaxploitation. There's a blaxploitation episode in there. There's a horror episode that's kind of a riff on Alien. You've got an episode where that's a detective noir episode. It's just all around great. It's done perfectly. It's done perfectly. Let me put it that way. Seinens are hard to break into just because of the simple fact that they are more adult in content. Akira, of course, great movie. Broke a lot of people into anime. Very violent, very violent, very violent. So maybe you won't like that. Samurai Champloo, done by the same director. Cowboy Bebop has has probably one of the most, I would say, has one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. It's very jazz oriented. It fits perfectly with the vibe, and the music is great in that show. Samurai Champloo, it's based off of rap. It has a couple hit and miss episodes, but it's done by the same people, done by the same director, same style of anime. Great show, in my opinion. Some people I know don't like it, but I would give it a try if you want to. If you liked Cowboy Bebop, I would give it a try. It's a pretty good show, though. I really enjoy it, but that's just me. Hellsing Ultimate, watch that later, but still a great anime. Black Lagoon, I can see Black Lagoon breaking people into the anime because it's like Redline but a show. While Redline is about racing, Black Lagoon is it's kind of like Cowboy Bebop. It's about bounty hunters getting bounties, although it's more adult in content. A lot more bloody, a lot more swearing. They say fuck all the time. They get a lot more shoot 'em up. A lot more violent. Black Lagoon, the second Mirage, the first arc, is about no bullshit right here. Incestuous twin vampires. Murderers. Serial killers. Let me say that again and put it in a different order. They're serial killers who are twins that are incestuous, which means they have sex with each other and are vampires, basically. Only in anime, people. Only in anime. It's one of the most disturbingly violent, epic arcs ever. I remember when I first watched that arc, I was like, this is one of the greatest arcs of all time. Hands down, one of the greatest of all time. Angel Beats, I think that would be a good one. Violent, has some very good slapstick comedy parts of it. When I think of that show, there's a certain scene from that show that really is hilarious. Excuse me. Very sad. Basic premise of that. All the characters in the show are dead and are kind of in a purgatory, like video game. They're basically in purgatory. They're all high school kids that have died in some way. It's a great show, though. I don't want to give too much away. They all have regrets back on Earth. It's very sad. It has some. I remember I watched it for the first time. I didn't put it down. It's only 13 episodes long. Black Lagoon, I think, is only like. I think the first run was 13, and the last one was 13, and then there's a 3-series OVA. So watch that one if you want to. Again, it's very violent, very very violent show. Trying to think if there's any others because I think I'm actually done right now. Let me just look up and down this list one more time. Great Teacher Onizuka, very funny, very funny. I would suggest you watch that after maybe another one. Basic premise, guy's a teacher named Onizuka. Hilarious. He's basically like if you took a dumbass and put him as a teacher, but that dumbass also happened to be the leader of a biker gang and also controlled like basically an army of bikers and teaches you life lessons through his own style, but doesn't really teach you anything in school. He's he's one of the greatest characters ever made. If anyone tells you to watch Evangelion, tell them F you, no. It's a terrible show because the ending is so convoluted. I'll just get into it a little bit. I know this review's long, but I'm trying to name animes I think everybody will enjoy. Evangelion, is it a great show? Yes. Is the ending convoluted? Yes. Here's how convoluted the ending is. They had the ending, everyone hated it. So they did a second ending to try and explain said ending, and everyone hated it. And then they did a third ending, and everyone hated it. To try and explain the other two endings, and it was even worse. Nobody understands the ending of Evangelion. So now they're doing it a fourth time by making 4 movies, chronicling the whole series. And they've changed up a bunch in the second movie. It's a great movies, though. Great movies. I would say watch the first movie. It'll get you hooked. First and second movies are badass. Can't wait to watch the third one. Cannot wait. You know what? Show from this season of anime that I think is going to be, sorry for swinging this around, ADD. But anyway, show from this series, yo. Show from right now that just ended its run. Sword Art Online. Controversial. You either love it or hate it. I thought it was a pretty good show. I don't think it's the greatest show in the world, like some people are saying, but I think it's a decent show. I think it's a great gateway anime. Basic premise, new video game that you wear, like a virtual reality video game. You can feel, touch, taste, everything. It connects to your brain. Creator of Sword Art Online, which is the game, traps 10,000 people in the game. So if they're trapped in the game, and they can't escape unless somebody beats the 100th level of the game. And basically, if you die in the game, you die in real life. So it becomes a survival story. The opening episodes are absolutely insane with its pacing and how it's made and the animation and the action. It's great. Kind of drops off in the second half of the show, but you know what? I think many people will get into it and like it. It's the type of show where I marathon the first half of the season in one night. I was up till like 4 a.m. marathoning that bad boy. It was great. It's a great show. I suggest you watch it. It's a good gateway anime. So, and with that, I think I will end this video. I know it's really long. Oh! Summer Wars, putting that in the movie, just throwing it in there. I don't care how long this thing is. I'm going to talk about Summer Wars right now. Greatest anime movie ever. Because is it better than Redline, which I'm still watching right now? Yes. Is the animation as good? No, because they didn't spend 7 damn years on it. But anyway, best show, best movie ever, I think. You got action, romance, drama. It's great. Basic premise, guy is kind of a nerdy guy in high school. Gets asked by this gorgeous girl to come visit her family. Basically pretend to be her boyfriend and visit her family. guy does. He's like a mathematician genius also. Basically, they have, and the premise is there's this world called, not really a world, but a reality called, oh my god, how can I forget it? That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's early. I woke up at like 9 o'clock and couldn't fall back asleep. I'm running on like 6 hours of sleep or something. I don't know. But anyway, it was great. The world's called Oz. He works for Oz. He basically gets a text with a bunch of code, and he's a code breaker, like data code, and he solves it and figures it out, and basically lets a virus into Oz. And Oz is like, again, Facebook on steroids. So like the government, the national government, the fire department, the police department, the health department, transportation, people's lives, businesses, everything is run off of Oz in the world, especially in Japan. So basically this virus takes over Oz and takes over the characters' avatars, and they basically have to retake Oz and stop it from literally destroying the world. This virus from taking over the world and destroying the infrastructure of our economies and everything. It's an incredibly well-paced, well-made anime. There's a lot of great details in it. A lot of subtle details in it that if you're Japanese you'll understand. I suggest actually everybody, whether you like anime or not, you watch it. It's epic in nature and it's epic in storytelling, and I think everybody will enjoy it. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right now. I know we're over 30 minutes long, but just wanted to get my thoughts out there. If you like what I'm talking about, comment below. Please comment below if you have animes that you like, that you think would be good gateway animes. I'll do a favorite anime list later. If you notice, I didn't even mention Baccano. I don't think that's a good anime to start out with. Just saying. But you know what? Comment below if you got an anime that you think you would like, that you think people would like and would get hooked on anime from. Subscribe, like the video, watch the video, and have fun. You know, today's a great Sunday. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to go get some. I'm about to get my grub on, so I'm gonna go do that. You know what? Thank you for everybody that I know that's been saying, you know, damn, you've been doing a pretty good job, man. Way to go, way to go. Thank all of you guys that have been watching my videos that I know. I love all of y'all. Again, thank you. Hats off to all of y'all, or beanies off. But anyway, and I'll probably do maybe a couple more things today. I might do a shoe review or something. So anyway, thank you. Oh, tonight I will have a review up of the first Top Gear episode of the year. Once a month, I'm probably going to have a car talk episode with my boy Jeff, who's my roommate. So yeah, we'll be doing that tonight. So yeah. God, Red Line is so beautiful. Watch it. Thank you for watching. This is the G Money 041 channel. Shout out to Chris Klein. Shout out to Chris Klein right now. He was the one who came up with the G Money moniker, man. Shout out to you, homie. Shout out to all my homies from PV. Shout out to all y'all. Much love. So much love and peace out, everybody.